Hello students, how are you today? Good morning. I hope you had a good night's rest. Again this morning we are having math. I can see you saw the video yesterday. I saw a lot of your comments. So today again we're going to be treating the same topic, but we're going to be looking at another page of our student book. We'll see page 236 to 237. It still measures, and remember we started looking at an interesting topic yesterday. And what's the topic? Mass. We started looking at mass where we looked at heavy objects and light objects. Okay, let's go into the lesson. Today we want to try as much as possible to convert units of mass. Remember the units of mass? Yesterday we said the unit of mass is grams and kilograms. Don't forget that. The unit of mass is grams and kilograms. And also we want to read measurements on a scale. Along the lesson, as we go on in the lesson, I will show you what a scale is. I showed you what a scale is yesterday in yesterday's lesson. Do you remember? Where we saw the one you used in the bathroom to measure your body weight. We also saw the one you used to measure food in the kitchen. So we'll read measurements on a scale and we will convert units of mass. Do you still remember the units of mass? Great, grams and kilograms. Okay, let's go ahead. Now let's try to convert units of mass. The units of mass is grams and kilograms. Now look at this wheel that we have on the picture. One of it says 1000 grams and the second one says 1 kilogram. But do you notice something about this? I showed you in the Zoom class yesterday a particular wheel like this. And one of the sides was bent much more down than the other side. The side that was bending that was, much more heavier. The side that was bending down too much is the side that is heavy. But this one does not have heavier side. The two sides seem to be the same because the objects on them are balanced. We have 1000 grams and also we have 1 kilogram. Do you know what this means? It means 1000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So the two of them are the same. We can convert 1000 grams into 1 kilogram. So always remember to convert your unit of mass. 1000 gram equal to 1 kilogram. 1000 grams equal to 1 kilogram. Just the same way that I said to you during the units of length, that for 25 dirham coin equal to 1 real. Also here, 1000 grams equal to 1 kilogram. Remember the rules for converting when we did units of length. I told you when you're going up, you divide. But when you're going, no, it depends on that. When you're going to a bigger unit, a smaller units to bigger units, you divide. But bigger units to smaller units, you multiply. Now look at this picture we have here. It's showing the grams and the kilograms in a box. The grams is at the top and the kilograms is underneath. The grams is smaller than kilograms. So when we are moving from grams to kilograms, we divide. And when we are moving from kilograms to grams, we multiply. So let's see an example. I have 6,500 grams. And the question says convert to kilograms. That means I am moving from up to down, from small to big. That means I have to divide. So 6,500 divided by 1,000 is 6.5 kilogram. Don't forget that your units will change to kilogram from gram. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, I will tell you how to read the scale. What you see on the picture here is called a measuring scale. It is used for measuring mass or the weight of an object. So I will tell you how to read the measurement on a scale. I have an object on this scale, and the scale is always starting from 0. Can you see 0 here at the middle? Just like where you have 12 on the clock, we have 0 up here. Where you have 0 is where the scale will always stay. The arrow you see will always be on 0 if there is nothing on the scale. But the moment you put something on the scale will start to measure the mass, and then the arrow will start to move. Okay, so now you see there is something on the scale and the arrow has moved. It has moved to somewhere around that 500, between 3 and 500. Now I will tell you what the measurement is. Can you see where we have kg on this scale? See, we have kg in brackets. Do you know what it is telling us? It is telling us that you will read your measurements in kilograms. Okay? Now let us look at the numbers. We have 0, 500, 1, 500, 2, 500, 3, 500, 4, 500. Do you see that in the middle of two numbers, it is just putting 500, 500, 500? Do you know the reason? Because it is just going to let us to know that that is the middle between two numbers. That is half. Where between 2 and 3, that is half. Between 3 and 4, where you have 500, is half. Okay, it's half of between 3 and 4. All right, and also the 500 is kilograms. That number 1, number 2, number 3, and 4 that you see is, okay, I'm sorry, the 500 that you see, all the 500 is gram. They are in gram. But the 1, 2, 3, 4 that you see on the scale is kilogram. Kilogram. And you see I put some some numbers in white around those bigger numbers. Like 1, I have 1,000 grams. For 2, I have 2,000 grams. For 3, I have 3,000 grams. And for 4, I have 4,000 grams. Do you know the meaning of that? That one is 1 kilogram, but it is also the same as 1,000 grams. Remember what we said in the other slide? It says 1,000 gram equals 1 kilogram. So I can say 1 kilogram, and at the same time I can also say 1,000 grams. Now let us read what we have on this scale. Check where the arrow is pointing to and read the numbers in kilograms, in grams, or in kilograms and grams together. Let us read it in kilograms only. Now, the arrow has passed 3. Remember when we used our ruler? With that knowledge, we will still apply it here as well. It has passed 3 and it is close to 500, but it is not yet on 500. Now, if we look at this 3, let us try to count all the lines we have before we get to 500. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one is the one on 500. Do you know what that means? That means after 300, then no, after 3, where you have number 3, the next line there will be 100. After that, it will be 200. The next one is 300. Then where the arrow is pointing is 400 before we now have 500. Okay? So, what is this scale measuring now? We can say it is 3.4 kg. If we want to put it in kilograms only, 3.4 kg. Or if you want to put it in only grams, remember that 3 kilograms is the same thing as 3,000 grams. So I can say after my 3, I begin to count hundreds, and add 100. I would say 3,000, 3,100, 3,200, 3,300, and 3,400 grams. So I can also say that. And finally, I can say I have 3 grams and, 3 kilograms and 400 grams. 3 kilograms and 400 grams. Okay, but what about if the arrow was not on this particular place? What if it was pointing on the line after 4? Can you see 4? Yes. Look at upward. Can you see where 4 is? What if the line was, our arrow was pointing at the line after 4? That's one line after 4. Then what are we going to say the measurement is? We will say it is 4 kilograms and 100 grams. Or we can say 4,100 grams. Or also we can say 4.1 kilograms. Okay, now I know you understand how to read the scale. Let us see some of the exercises. All right, we will try from our student book page 236. I will just try a few questions for you and then you can try the other ones. I'll take 2 and you will solve the remaining 2. Look at A. You have some books and we want to measure the mass of the books. Where the arrow is pointing is after 2. And look, it has even passed the 500 in the middle. So, after the 500, the next line will be 600. Okay? Alright, because each line is representing 100, 100, 100 is an addition of 100. So it means what the scale is reading now is 2.6 kilograms. Now it says that we should convert it to grams. How will we convert it to grams? 2.6. Is it multiply or divide? It's multiply because we are converting from big units, which is kilograms, to small units. So we multiply. You remember that? Okay, good. So 2.6 multiplied by 1,000 is 2,600 grams. And the next one, 4 kilograms. Okay, the next one, B. Look at this rock. We have this big rock on the scale. And look at where the arrow is pointing. 2 lines after 4. 2 lines after 4 will be 200. So we can say the measurement on the scale or the mass of this rock is 4.2 kilograms. And since we're converting to a smaller unit, we have to multiply by 1,000 and our answer will be 4,200 grams. Now you can try the pineapple and the bottle of, I think the bottle of maybe juice or something. You can try the 2 and show me your answers on Class Dojo, okay? Now let's see this finally. On the student book, let us solve some of these questions. I will solve a little bit of them and I will show you how you can do the rest. let us try the first one. 6,500 grams to kilograms. How do we convert it? Are we converting from big to small or small to big? We're converting from gram to kilogram, so it is small to big. So what do? We divide. So 6,500 divide by 1,000 is 6.5 kg. Now let's try another one. I think I will try H. Let's try H. 33,600 grams. How do we convert this to kilograms? We divide also by 1,000. And when we divide by 1,000, our answer will be 33.6 kilograms. Now, let us see another question from number 4. I will pick question B. 3.6 kilograms to grams. This time we are converting from big unit to small unit. So we will multiply. So 3.6 multiplied by 1,000 is 3,600 grams. And the next one I want to try is H for H. 0.5 kg, 2 grams. Now, of course, we will multiply, and we multiply 0.5 by 1,000, we have 500 grams. So you will try the others, okay? But let me try with you the fifth question. Tick the heaviest box. We have the first box 1.5 kg, second box 700 grams, third box 1,400 grams. Do you know what you should do? The first thing you do is convert all the mass to the same units. You can convert all to kilogram or you convert all to gram. But I would like to convert everything to gram. I have 2 in gram already. 700 is in gram. 1,400 is in grams. So I have to change 1.5 kilograms to grams. How do I do that? I will simply multiply by 1,000. And when I do that, what will my answer be? Convert all of the mass to grams, then compare and choose the biggest. So let me compare 1.5 kg to grams. I will have 1,500 grams. Okay? And now I have 1,500 grams, 700 grams, and 1,400 grams. So which one is the heaviest? Great job! 1,500 is the heaviest. Okay? Alright, students. Now complete this part of your book. I know it will be very easy for you to do that. Once you do that, show me your answers and let us see if it is correct. Now, let's see what we have learned today. Today, we have learned to convert units of length very easy. Also, we learned to read the measurements on a scale. Okay? Alright, students. And the last thing is we learned to identify the heaviest or the lightest object by converting all the units to the same units. That's the one we did with the box. We had to change kilogram to gram to know the heaviest one. Okay, so this is where we end today's lesson. Students, complete all your work and let me see your answers. So we have another lesson again. Take care of yourself and bye for now.